Hi, my name is Bruce Kruger. I want to talk to you this evening about 10 things I've learned as an outdoorsman and a landowner. As I said, my name is Bruce, which means woodsman or outdoorsman. I don't know how my parents decided on my name, but my God-given bent to the outdoors surely made their choice appropriate. I love being outdoors regardless of the season, and when asked what time of year is my favorite, I usually respond with the season that we're currently in. Number 2, I've learned that God created the plant and animal world for our enjoyment and use. With that privilege comes great responsibility, however. We should be good stewards of these resources. When I was young, my actions did not always prove me to be a good steward, especially with my BB gun or .22 in hand. Shooting animals for sport was the rule rather than the exception. My perspective has changed dramatically through the years. Living on our ranch, we have many critters, skunks, possums, armadillos, and raccoons, that can be a nuisance around the house. Instead of eliminating them, I now trap them for relocation to another part of the ranch. I also see various other cool animals while out and about on the ranch, like foxes and bobcats, but instead of popping a cap on them, I take their picture with my iPhone. Number 3, I've learned that having the proper equipment is absolutely necessary to maintain ranch and hunting property. Much of this equipment is costly and needs periodic maintenance to keep it from wearing out prematurely or breaking down altogether. In the past, I was primarily interested in accomplishing tasks and didn't tend to preventive maintenance measures on the equipment. This resulted in lots of costly repairs and downtime. Today, I gladly spend much of my time keeping the equipment maintained so that it and I can get the job done effectively. Number 4, I have learned that having land is a real blessing, not only to our family, but also to those not as fortunate to have property of their own. That is why, with the proper restrictions and agreements, I offer access to our ranch for people to hunt arrowheads, view wildlife, hunt our excess hog population, hunt deer, graze their cattle, house their beehives, and in some cases just spend time in the country. Sharing with others gives me great pleasure. Number 5, I have learned to recognize and avoid certain plant life that can irritate the skin. Being highly allergic to poison ivy, poison oak, and bullnettle, I avoid them like the plague. Wearing the proper clothing really helps in protecting my skin from coming into contact with these plants. Also, I've learned that there are products available to use before venturing in the woods to help protect the skin. In the event I do come into contact, all of this helps to avoid the inconvenience, discomfort, and cost doctor's visits of an allergic reaction. Number 6, I have learned that working alone on the ranch has some inherent risks. If injured out on the ranch, help could be a long time coming. With technology, these risks can be mitigated somewhat. There are apps today that allow others to locate a person wherever they may be. My wife and I use one of these. At any time, my wife can locate my position on the ranch and I hers. We use the app to locate each other off the ranch as well, since we both travel frequently. But being safety conscious is never to be underestimated. It's better to leave a job undone if it can't be done safely. Number 7, I have learned that eating healthy is easier in the country. We have a garden that produces tomatoes, carrots, cucumbers, kale, squash, lettuce, radishes, etc. We also harvest deer, hogs, ducks, and doves during the open seasons, which provide much of the protein needed in a balanced diet. Having said that, we also keep ample stock of essentials from the grocery, since our nearest shopping is about 20 miles from the ranch. Number 8, I have learned that staying active is the key to enjoying life. At 71, I do set 95% of all the work required on the ranch, from filling deer feeders to fixing fences, from mowing pastures to keeping the roads clear, from keeping the water crossings accessible to maintaining all the equipment. It's all encompassing, but the activity is priceless in not letting old age get the best of me. Number 9, I've learned that our grandkids love to come to the ranch and participate with me in all that's going on. They refer to the ranch as our property. They each have their fun things to do, but they also know their particular assignments when it comes to chores, like filling feeders. Lauren is bucket girl, Austin is bucket transfer, and Samantha is bucket filler. Madeline at 4 doesn't have a particular assignment other than just casting out corn onto the ground, but she will find her niche soon enough. Number 10, I have learned that early to bed and early to rise is most appropriate for ranch living. Spending time with God first thing in the morning, normally before the sun comes up, really sets the stage and equips me to handle whatever life may throw at me that day. After a full day, my wife and I settle in for a nice evening meal, relax for a couple hours, and then relocate to the bedroom to read or watch an episode or two of Lone Star Law. It's usually lights out between 9 and 9:30. Then normally at peace with God and each other, we sleep soundly until we begin again the next day at 5 a.m. These are just few of the things I've learned on the ranch. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.